Let's keep these a little hidden. Hello everyone and welcome to session 57 of the Little Wolf Knits channel. I am Brianna and I am the dyer, designer, and human behind all things Little Wolf Knits and this YouTube channel. And I am so glad, also tired, to be here with you today. It is Tuesday, September 10th, and it is about 9:15 in the morning, which is much earlier than I usually record these, although I recorded last week's on the earlier side as well. And it looks bright and sunny out, but there is a chill in the air. It is supposed to heat up to about 80 degrees, but right now it is in the 60s and it's cold. So I'm trying to stay warm, but I have some things to show you. Some things that I finished, not as much as I thought I would. I was a little delulu last time. Some things I've acquired and a bunch of stuff to show you. So let's jump in and chat about what I'm wearing. Like I said, there is a bit of a chill in the air, but I don't think I will need a second layer all day. So I decided to throw on my Radvent cardigan. This is a pattern by Amba O'Brien. And can you see the back of it? It uses many different, it is made for an advent, so it is made to use, I think, 24 colors. I used, I think, 20 and a main skein, and I love it. This is Cozy Posy Yarn Co.'s Solstice Advent from 2022, I believe. I made this last fall. So if you want all the details about how I did my colors and how I faded things, go check out some of those episodes from last year. But I wear it all the time. It is super cozy, super comfy, and the perfect light layer. It's fingering weight, so it's a perfect light layer to throw on top for days like these. But that is all that I'm wearing. Let's talk about admin updates. We only have a few updates and they have not changed much. The Rhinebeck Rumps Mal is well underway. Folks are casting on, folks are tagging me and getting ready for Rhinebeck and in general the festival season, and I am super excited to see what everyone is working on. So feel free to enter using the hashtag Rhinebeck Rumps Mal 2024 on Instagram, or come join us in the Wolf Pack, where we have a thread and we're chatting and supporting each other as we make garments for the bottom half of our bodies. Okay, one more thing we have for admin updates. We have a pattern release coming this week, which is very exciting. I know y'all have been waiting and excited for this one. I have been waiting and am excited for this one. But the Happy Hour top comes out this Friday, September 13th, and it is the Happy Hour top. And there are two versions in the pattern, the same pattern that you can buy and get two finished looks. So it is this really basic top from the front. It has this really cool sideways horizontal edging. And this is the sleeveless version. This is in my Pico de Gallo on Sunfish. And it's super fun. I love the colorway. But the back has this really fun open back detail. And then these little ties at the bottom, so you can tie it in a little knot and get this super awesome look. I love it. I wear both of these actually quite often, sometimes with the tank, sometimes with a bralette, and they are so adorable. So that is the sleeveless version, and we also have a version with sleeves, which you can see here. And this is my Spin Dip colorway on my Sunfish base, I believe. And same edging at the neck. This time it has a fitted sleeve, finished with some ribbing, and the same cool open back. Wow, both of these are untied, that you can tie and get a really cool, it's bigger than a keyhole open back sort of look. So cute. I love it. And they will both be available in one pattern, the happy hour top, like I said, this Friday. Super exciting. So now, for the third time, let's talk about what I finished. I finished a dress. That is unreal. I will say I was delusional with the amount of knitting that I thought I would get done with 2 skeins of DK left, but I finished a dress. It is a smaller gauge. It's actually the same gauge as my fingering weight garments, and it is 1x1 ribbing. So it took about a week to do the top to here. Then it took, it took like 3 days. Then it took like 4 days to get to the hip increases, somewhere over here. Then this is where you saw it last time. So by here is probably a week and a half. On Wednesday was a week and a half. And then it took another 4 days to do this much, which feels so wild. But that also included a lot of trying on, a lot of stopping, figuring out the split, and whatnot. But this is a beautiful, beautiful Bayside dress. That's what this one's going to be called. The 1x1 rib Bayside dress. And I love the slit at the bottom. It is pretty much maxi length on me. Once I block it, I do believe it is going to grow a bit and will be a true maxi. At this point, it's like just above my ankles, so I think it will lengthen just a little. And it is so perfect. It feels amazing. My body feels amazing. Like all of the things I'm usually mindful and self-conscious about this is amazing. I'm like, wow. The DK and the 1x1 rib just hugs everything without accentuating the parts you don't want to see. And it's amazing. It's so good. I can't get over it. I put it on and left it on for a really long time. I was just like dancing around the house. So I'm really, really excited about this Bayside dress. There will be a Bayside shirt and a Bayside skirt that also come out as part of this process. And yeah, I'm just super excited. I'm really, really excited. And I can't wait to start the next ones. So keep an eye out because testing for this will be coming soon. My hope and goal is that these patterns will be out this winter, this December, for so people can start working on them for the spring, for the warmer weather. I think this is going to be really gorgeous even during winter months with like a shawl or a wrap on. Honestly, pretty dressy. Like I think this is one that you could dress up and wear to events, or dress down and just wear hanging out at the house. So really cool. I'm super excited and I'm so happy that I finished it. It's not the only thing I finished, although it's pretty close, but I also have a spinning project that I'm calling finished. It's not finished, but I have finished a part of it to a point of it, which I feel like you'll know I like to celebrate all of those moments. Oops. Oh no. I just pulled the end off of my Lazy Kate and this little thing to stop it from going in and out. I just pulled it off and I'm not sure where it went. So I'm gonna have to find that one. Anyway, I finished all 3 bobbins of my 3-ply spin. So this bobbin over here on the end is my Linzer Tarts on Rambouillet, and this is the 3rd bobbin I was working on. This in here is all of my fiber braids from A Layer Artifacts, all those purples, and it's Kent Romney and Corriedale and something else. And this is a bat from my friend Blame the Knots and some Rolags from Hikari Handmade. I could have started applying this, but I didn't have so much time yesterday where I was sitting down and applying, and I like to try and apply all at once if I can. So that will be a project for this week, but I am super, super, super excited to apply this one up and see the specs and see what it looks like and what kind of yarn I get. So I'm calling it a finished object because I have 3 finished bobbins, and that is an accomplishment. However, I did not finish the 1, 2, 3 other knitting projects and 1 other spinning project that I brought with me that I delusionally thought I would get through at least 2 of the knitting projects and finish the spinning project. So let's just talk about what else I am working on. I do have a whip. I have 1 whip, 1 other thing. And to say that I worked on this in the last week would really be lying because I cast it on last night at about 10 p.m. Oops, I'm knocking stitch stoppers off of my needle. I have my little Highland cow and I pulled them off. But nonetheless, we have a whip. This is what I was planning to cast on using my Scruff hand spun from BrambleRidge. And I think this is Cormo. I could be wrong on that. I am throwing things everywhere. But last night, I did the sewn bind off on my dress. We were watching TV and I said, okay, time to cast on something new. I already had this yarn prepped. I was sitting with Michael, so I didn't want to use the yarn for his hat, although I do plan to cast that on this weekend. So I just started and already am obsessed with and loving how this is working up. I'm still so new with hand spun yarn that I'm learning how long color repeats are and how they stripe and what this looks like, but I'm really excited. And I should say I am making a Seaside Shirt, which is a tank top pattern by me. I have several of them. I love them. They're a beautiful fit. They're great year round for layering. And I just thought this color would be super sharp. So that's what I will be doing. And it is bottom up. I know at this point I need about 30-ish grams for the top of it. And I'm making a size 28. So this will have about 4 to 5 inches, 4.5 inches of negative ease, which will be perfect for fit and also perfect for the amount of yarn that I have for this one. And that's it. That's all I have that I've been working on. That's it. That's all I have. So I'm starting this because I have a pattern, my E Street sweater, actually, if you'll remember with the cool cutouts on the arm. I have to grade and do the math for that this week and then write it and get it out to testers because I've been sitting on it. And it's hard for me to grade and write a pattern while my brain is doing other math like this, because sometimes I get confused or the concepts compete. So I decided to do something mindless and just follow a pattern this week while I do that. And then hopefully if I wrap this up this week, I can cast on Michael's muscle burrow and get that done, and then potentially cast on the top for the Bayside set. So we will see, but this is the main and only focus for now, and I am very okay with that because knitting with hand spun is so amazing. But I have acquired a few new things. Actually, one of them is in here this week. So let's talk about acquisitions. I feel like I have many acquisitions that came in this week. Some were purchased, some were gifted, some are for Advent season, for Vlogmas. I went on a little spree and decided to get everything ordered for Vlogmas. So those came in, which I won't show you, but I can tell you what I got because people might be excited about those. And if you haven't chosen something yet, these could be cool options. So let me show you the few things that are non-Advent related that came into my life. My friend Stephanie, which you'll hear more about in life, came to visit with some other friends this weekend, and she is so sweet, and got us all these stitch markers that are so fun and cute, and they are beachy and ocean themed, and we split them up. We all took one, and we realized they also have cats. So you can't really see, but all of this white of the waves is actually cats. And some of them look different. So the sun was a yarn ball on one. The other one is a mountain, but it's actually a cat silhouette. So they're super cute. I'm using it as my beginning of round marker on this one because I love it. And, oh, maybe I'll put it in my project in this bag. That's what I'm going to do. And I have this adorable, cute new bag. It is from Barley Purls. And it is it doesn't say what type of bag it is, but it is a sack that has one of these tops, which is super cute. But then you can also fold it down while you're using it like a yarn bowl. And I'm going to transfer my things over here because I want to use it and I'm so excited. Plus, this is like my sock bag anyway. So that doesn't make too much sense for me to be using. But what do I need? I need my Tuft Woolens bar, Sage and Blackberry, although that stays in my sock bag, so maybe I'll move it. I always keep stitch tapestry needles in there, and then I have some other things I can take out and use my new cute hedgehog Barley and Pearls bag. Barley Purls, not Barley and Pearls, Barley Purls bag. Oh yay, I'm so excited. I love it. It's almost fall, everyone. So that is the second thing I've acquired, and the third one was a purchase that arrived in the mail, and it was here when I got home yesterday, and I am so in love. So it is a special crochet hook from my friend Kelly of KnitBrooks, and I love her. I have 2 of her wooden crochet hooks. If you've been here, you know I don't crochet that much, but if I do, I'm using one of these hooks when I can. They're so soft and like warm in my hand, and they don't feel hard on my wrist or my fingers at all. However, because they are wood carved, I have a 4.0 and a 4.5 millimeter, and those are the only sizes I have. So if I need another size, I just use a cheapy metal hook from Amazon. I don't even know if it has a brand name on it, but she and Scott, her husband, started doing these metal tips, and they figured out how to, can you see, how to insert a metal tip into the wood shaft, because these are hand carved. And this is now a 3.0 millimeter, which I feel like I use often for fingering weight things. And I am so excited because I think I'm going to have to start something with this one now that I have it. I don't know what, but I'm really excited and I want to start something. So that is my final acquisition that I'm calling for this week. But I did order some Vlogmas Advents, like I said. So I ended up getting a K-Cup, a Keurig 24 Days of Cheer, I think it's called, Advent calendar for Michael. We decided to not do a beer Advent this year, if you've seen past Vlogmases. So I got him a coffee Advent. I got myself a tea Advent so we could drink those at night, and that'll be really great. And I got us a shortbread, a Walker shortbread cookie Advent. And then I also got us a popcorn Advent from Wabash, I don't know how you say that, W-A-B-A-S-H Farms. And it is 24 days. They're popcorn, different kernels, different scents, different seasonings, different like add-ins and mix-ins. And we have popcorn pretty much every night. So I'm super excited about that one. Michael doesn't know about those, so you'll see them and get the whole walkthrough in my Vlogmas. I always do a day 0, which is technically the day before Vlogmas starts. It's like a prep day. I show you all my stuff, what I'm doing. So you'll see all of that. But all of those things arrived. So everything is now in the house and I can be done. Well, not my fiber. I have some fiber Advents and yarn Advents. Those aren't here yet, but all of the things I purchased are now in the house, and I can chill with that for a little bit. But other than my acquisitions, let's just chat for a second about what's in the shop. We have a few things in the shop. By the time you're seeing this, beetlejuice colorway single skeins will be dyed. However, they will stay available through October, so if you still would like one, you can grab one. But there's no guarantee that you will get it by the beginning of October. Depends when you order. It depends what my dye schedule looks like. Depends what my back feels like, honestly. But they are still available to order. And you can still order these super shitty December countdowns. We're getting close to last calls here because I will be dyeing those starting next month. So there's just a few weeks left to grab those if you would like to do that. And very soon you will see a February rom-com inspired box coming to the shop at the end of this year, so we can prepare and have it up in the shop for a few months before I will ship it out the start of the new year, which is wild. But keep your eyes peeled for that. We do have tailgate party collections still available and still open. Those are going out the door, like I said. But we also open our spooky Halloween yarn colorways for a little mini pre-order that you could start ordering those and get those to work on during the month of October or even the month of September, depending on when you order them. And I see that some people have already grabbed some from mentioning it last week, which is super awesome. And I am excited to see what everyone is going to be making with their Halloween yarn. We also have our September clubs. So I will remind everyone, we have our Schitt's Creek inspired Maybe This Time. So good. And we have our New Girl inspired Sad Person. It's also so good. So great colorways. They're both available, so make sure to grab them if you want them. And then we have some exclusive colorways that dropped in the shop, and I usually don't do this, but they're right in front of me today, and they're so beautiful. And I just want to show y'all not necessarily what you're missing out on, but what you could be enjoying if you are on the fence or thinking about joining the Wolf Pack or thinking about joining my friend Chelsea of Knitting Tipsy's Ko-fi membership. She and I tend to do a fair amount of exclusives together, and some of those are yarn. So let's just look for a second because they're so good. So Chelsea and I did a very exclusive collaborative color that you can only get, like I said, if you're in her Ko-fi membership or my Wolf Pack. So I'm not going to say the name of the colorway. I'm just going to show you. This is what it looks like. It is all these shades of pinks and peach and mauves, and it's so good. And then all of these greens. There's several green tones in there. And if you know Chelsea, you know these are her colors. Her office is decorated with these colors, and it looks like a bunch of palm trees in front of a sunset or sunrise, probably. And it's just so perfect. So one exclusive colorway, like I said, if you want to join the Wolf Pack or the Ko-fi membership for Chelsea, this can be available to you. However, it won't be available, at least not right now, if you're not in one of those things. And this one that I have is a Wolfpack exclusive, and I've never done this before. I've never shown a Wolfpack exclusive colorway while it's still available without it being something that I'm working on. So I just made my second half sweat skirt, and you saw some colorways there. I'm not going to tell you the names of these, but these are Q3 colorways. We're starting a new color dyeing collection. So we do a theme, and for about a year and a half, every quarter, my alpha tier, my top tier of my Wolf Pack, and I come up with a concept, inspiration, palette, and dye a colorway together. Technically two, a variegated and a tonal. And to this point, they have never been public. They have only been exclusive to the Wolf Pack. That will be changing soon. However, for the time being, when they are created, they are only available for the wolf pack. So again, if you're thinking about joining, this might sway you, but this is our Q3 colorway. Oh, it's so good. It has like these reds and wines and plums and peach and these chartreuse speckles. I really, really love those. And we have a matching tonal. This is showing up a little bit more pink in person. It's a little bit more red toned, but really great. So some cool exclusive colorways. And that is everything yarn-wise that's in the shop. So let's just chat for a second about life. This past week, I was going to say weekend, but really week has been so amazing. I got to spend time with 3 really close yarny friends. We talk, the 4 of us, every single day, but we have not seen each other all in person since this past February. So we made a plan to spend some time together, and it was amazing. So my friend Steph, my friend MC of Blame the Knots, I talk about her a lot, and my friend Jean, she tests for me all the time, so you probably have seen her if you follow me on Instagram. All headed down to the beach and spent about 5 days together at my beach house, which I love. And it was really fun because it's after season, and so a lot of things are closed or were closing. So it was just chill. It wasn't very busy. And we just got to relax. We hit the beach a few days, which was awesome. And then the other days it was a little chillier, overcast, and we decided to stay mostly inside and just knit our little hearts out. We were all knitting. I was going to say, was anyone crocheting? But we were all knitting. And we were all delusional with the amount of projects and yarn that we brought. Although some of us got more work done than others. And we started watching Jersey Shore. So in case you don't know, the Jersey Shore, the show, was filmed in Seaside Heights, which is the town next to where my grandparents' house is. And we saw the house one night. We drove by. I'm like, oh, that's the house. And then we found out that no one had actually seen it. They've just known about it culturally, references, things that came out and were pretty popular. So late one night when we got back from dinner, we said, should we just throw on an episode? And we were so hooked, all of us. We ended up watching the entire first season and half of the second season together. And all of us have decided that we are going to be continuing to watch it, even as we all went our separate ways and talking about it as we watch, because it's so good. It's so fun to go back and look, because I remember that show was a really pivotal moment in my life, like being in high school. It was such a culture. It was such an era that they created, and it's fun to go back and look at it with people who've never seen it before, or people who know some of the references but don't know what they're about. And yeah, it's super fun, and I'm loving every second of it. So I will be watching all of the Jersey Shore seasons. I never watched any of the family vacation ones, and I think I watched all 6 of the original. I'm certain I watched up to Italy, which is the 4th season. And I feel like I watched at least one season when they came back, but I'm not sure. So we'll see. I'm super excited, but that's mostly what's been going on. I finished reading a book. What was I reading? I read Then She Was Gone. I finished that. I finished The Summer Pack by Emily Giffin, and I started a book called Family Money, I think it's called. And it was an okay book. I finished it fairly quickly, so that's cool. And I now started another book that is called, I don't remember what it's called. I'll have to go look at the title. It was one of those Kindle First Reads that I downloaded long ago, and it was already downloaded, so I said, let me just start this one. And it's okay. It took a little bit of time to get into. I'm about 30% in, so I feel like I'm finally getting into it, knowing who everyone is and what's going on there. And Michael and I finished Too Hot to Handle. It was so good. It was so good. We finished it. It wasn't our favorite season for either of us, but it's always so good. I don't even care if it's the best season. And we were like, now what do? We need to start something else. So we decided to start Shrinking, which is on Apple TV. It has been on my list for a long time. I've heard really great things about it, but I never watched it. It's one of those things that's just, we're watching series or larger series and never got around to it. It's only one season that's out now. And we watched 3 episodes last night. So I imagine we are going to finish it fairly quickly. I'm loving it already. I love Brett Goldstein, who's the writer, and I love Jason Segel. So Harrison Ford's amazing so far. So I'm really excited about all of that. And I will keep you posted. Movie plans. We are planning to potentially see Beetlejuice tonight. Depending on whatever. Michael has some stuff going on. So depending on if we get to the movies in person, we will likely watch Beetlejuice. If we don't, I imagine we'll keep watching Shrinking. Unless we watch, oh, there was another movie on Apple TV that we wanted to see with George Clooney and Brad Pitt. And Michael said it's out, so we might watch that. But yes, we will see some sort of movie tonight, and I will keep you posted on what it is and how it is. And until I talk to you next week, hopefully with a lot more knitting to show, take care of each other. Bye.